This song has almost 700 million plays on Spotify and is only one beat the entire time. What's going on, guys? It's Thomas with the Top 40 Drummer. In today's video, we're going to be learning the song Feathered Indians by Tyler Childers. If you'd like to follow along, there's a PDF of this chart available on my website at thetop40drummer.com and also on my Patreon, where you get an overhead shot of me playing through the song start to finish, as well as the gig chart PDF. So this song is our classic train beat. And if you've never learned a train beat, it's singles on the hands. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And we're going to accent beats 2 and 4. So you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we're going to add bass drum on beats 1 and 3. Now, the best way to get a really good, smooth-sounding train beat is to really focus on the notes that are non-accented. So all the downstrokes, and really just let the 2 and 4 be the only thing that pops. So if you can bring down everything else, you don't have to slam really hard for those backbeats. So the other thing that can make this beat a little tricky is that when you're playing the bass drum, it lines up with a non-accented snare drum. So the tendency is to emphasize that snare with the kick, but that's going to ruin the back and forth feel between the accents and the kick. So really focus on keeping the height of your brushes or drumsticks really low, especially during those bass drums. So low, high, low, high. A little faster. Now that's going to be our beat for the entire song. There's a couple breaks on the bridges that we'll get to, but the beat never changes. Let me give you a couple variations you can play so that you can add some subtle fills and some subtle variations during that train beat without breaking up that 2 and 4 snare. So the first one you can do at the end of a phrase in place of a fill is you could accent the last 2 notes. So not just beat 4, but 4 and the and of 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's going to line up with your left hand. The other thing you can do is you can add a left hand before beat 4 on the and of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. The other variation you can do as a fill is combine both of those. So accent the and of 3, 4, and the and of 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So let me throw some of those in context. So now you have some options and some fills without abandoning the groove. So you don't have to go to the toms, you don't have to hit a bunch of cymbals, but you're keeping everything locked in on that train beat while you're adding some embellishments there. The last thing I like to do on some train beats is add a hi-hat on the 2 and 4 as well. So that will line up with that right hand. So it would sound like. So one practical application for that would be to throw that on the choruses, for example. If you just want a little bit more energy, a little bit more cut with that sound, but you're not getting really loud, you're not getting really busy with it. Now that we have our groove down, let's talk about the form of the song. So we have an intro, which is 16 measures, and we're going to be out for the first 14 of those. And then we're going to come in on the last 2 bars with just an 8th note build. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Verse 1 is our simple train beat for 16 measures.
Buckle makes impressions on the inside of her thigh. There are little feathered Indians where we tussle through the night. If I'd known she was religious, then I wouldn't have came stone to the house of such an angel. Picked up to get back.
After verse 1, we're on an instrumental section, which we call the turnaround, and this is 8 measures long. Verse 2 is the same as verse 1, and it's 16 measures.
Over West Virginia, smoking spirits on the roof. She asked, ain't anybody told you that them things are bad for you? I said, many folks have warned me. There's been several people try, but up till now there ain't been nothing that I couldn't leave behind.
Chorus 1 is 16 measures. This is what it sounds like with the recording. The next section we have is kind of an extension of our chorus. For our purposes, we'll label it the bridge, but you could think about this kind of like a post-chorus section. It's our same groove as always, and this one, the phrasing is a little interesting. So it's going to be in 3-measure phrases at the beginning. So you're going to have a 3-measure idea, and then that's going to repeat again. And the reason this is important for us is that if you want to do one of those little embellishments we talked about, you would want to throw that in at the end of the 3rd bar, which is a little less common. So you'd go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. After those 6 bars, we're going to play 2 more measures of time, giving us an 8-measure phrase. After those 8 measures, we have 2 measures of stops. And this is the first time our groove breaks in the entire song. So we're going to hit beat 1, beat 3, and then beat 1 of the last measure. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Love runs true. The river just to hold you.
After that bridge and those breaks, we're into a 16-measure solo section, back to our normal train beat. After that, we have another verse for 16 bars, a chorus for 16 bars, and another post-chorus or bridge right after that chorus, which is exactly the same as our other one.
Heart is sweating bullets from the circles it has raced like a little feathered engine calling out the clouds for rain. I go running through the thicket, I go careless through the thorn, just to hold her for a minute, though it leave me wanting more. Hold me close, my dear, sing your whispering song softly in my ear, and I will sing along. Honey, tell me how your love runs true, and how I can always count on you to be there when the bullets fly. I'd run across the river just to hold you.
Our final section of the song is our outro, and that's going to be 16 measures long, and we're going to slow everything down for that last measure before we hit a final beat on beat 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. If there's a song you'd like me to break down, please leave a comment as well. If you'd like to support the channel, please visit my website at thetop40drummer.com, where you can purchase a gig chart for this song and other ones I have on that website as well. I also have a Patreon where you get the PDFs for the gig charts, as well as overhead shots of me playing through the song start to finish. Thanks.